The USDA is very, very heavily involved in like meat packing and all of that. They're in there auditing, and you better pass that audit or you're in deep, deep trouble. You're going to take a huge hit, a huge loss, and they might even shut that plant down until it meets standards. And for things that are not like meat, we have several global auditing standards that have to be met. One of them is the British Retail Consortium, the BRC, and then there's just several others that we do. And it depends on what kind of food that you're manufacturing before they, whichever auditing body comes in, it specializes in that particular like food. And they have all the info about that food. And so they are auditing based on, the specifics of that sort of food group. And I don't mean like carrots have their own. I mean like fresh vegetables have their own auditing body, and like cookies, crackers, breads, they have their own auditing body. If you're doing nuts, nuts and some other things may have their own auditing body. Like I know the British Retail Consortium did our nut audits for all of our nut plants. We have multiple nut plants. And then I can't GFCI, maybe? No, I think that may be the maybe the electrical grounding wire. I can't remember, but it's something that did like hot chocolate packets and cookies and pretzels and any of the cereal, all that. It's done differently, but they're up in there and they're auditing you, and they're pulling out all of your paperwork. They're going through all of your paperwork for the last several years, making sure that you have documented everything. Then they're going out into the plant and they're inspecting every area. They may even get up on a lift and look at the beams above the manufacturing area, because if the beam is above an assembly line that's got food on it, it better not be dirty where that dirt can fall in. And I tell people all the time, God, don't let a bird get in a food manufacturing plant, because then everything's got to be thrown away and everything's got to be shut down and every piece of equipment's got to be resanitized. It is a nightmare. So there's a reason a lot of times that the shipping department is away, and there's probably two different ways to go through it, and there are hanging plastic things. All of that is to keep any bird that might show up in the building that flies through when you're backing a tractor trailer in out of the building, because there's nothing like throwing away, $1 million worth of product and then shutting down production for the next 4 hours while every piece of equipment in there gets resanitized. Just because you didn't know where the bird went. And bird equals salmonella, and we're not having that here. So food manufacturing, people are like, oh, food, that's just a wild, wild west. Nobody has any standards. Meanwhile, we're out here pulling our hair out. And I haven't been in food manufacturing in like a decade. But people out there in those manufacturing plants are pulling their hair out, making sure that they document everything. God, don't let us crack show up on the floor. Don't let somebody say they saw a fly. The whole thing is like a SWAT team comes in and just lands on it with both feet, and sanitizing and throwing. I mean, you throw stuff away. If you're not sure how long that bird has been in there, you may have an hour's worth of production that you have to just toss because you don't know that it's not contaminated. So, people, I think you should be less worried about a lot of things, because and we used to have something called the designated incarceration position, the DIP, we called it. That was like the plant manager or the production manager, the quality control manager. If something happened and somebody got sick and it went to court and somebody had to go to prison, it was going to be these positions. So those people are out there, unless they're just playing fast and loose with their own freedom, were very serious about it, because they knew if something went wrong, they were the ones that were going down for it, and they were going to be incarcerated. If we produced something and somebody got sick and died, somebody's going to prison. And there were a variety of people inside the plant that was going to be that. I worked at a plant once. We made cookies, and so every orientation we did, I said, I'll remind you that the major, children eat our cookies. So when you're manufacturing stuff out there on the plant floor, remember, it might be your child who eats that cookie. So, yeah.